Did you know that 87% of dog owners don't notice a crucial difference between males and females? And this could be affecting how they care for their pets. But today, you'll discover the secret even veterinarians forget to mention. And at the end, get ready for a shocking revelation about canine behavior that will change everything you thought. If you have a dog or have ever considered getting one, this content is for you. Because whether it's a tough male or an affectionate female, there are physical, behavioral, and even mysterious differences between them. And some will surprise you. Are females smarter? Why do males mark territory? And which one is more attached to their owner? Let's uncover everything right now. Males are, on average, 5% to 10% larger than females of the same breed. This is especially noticeable in breeds like the German Shepherd, Rottweiler, and Doberman, where males can appear significantly more robust. Females, on the other hand, tend to have slimmer and more elegant bodies, which can be advantageous in activities requiring agility. Some females have shinier, silkier coats due to hormonal differences, especially during heat. Additionally, males of breeds like the Siberian Husky and Golden Retriever may develop a thicker mane around the neck, giving them a more imposing appearance. Have you ever wondered why some male dogs lift their leg to pee while females squat? Or why some owners swear females are smarter, while others insist males are more affectionate? The truth is, there are deep and fascinating differences between male and female dogs that go far beyond anatomy. And understanding these distinctions can revolutionize how you interact with your pet. Starting with physical development, the size. Difference between males and females varies significantly between breeds. While in a miniature pinscher, the variation may be just 500 gris, in a St. Bernard, this difference can reach an impressive 15 kilos. Males generally develop more robust bone structures, with wider skulls and stronger jaws, an evolutionary heritage from their wolf ancestors, where males needed to compete for territory and mates. Females, however, have a wider pelvic conformation, naturally prepared for childbirth, even in smaller breeds. Canine intelligence also varies significantly between the sexes, but in surprising ways. While females excel in quick problem-solving tests, learning new commands up to 20% faster, according to the Journal of Canine Behavior, males perform better in tasks requiring persistence and physical strength. In maze tests, for example, females find the exit faster, but males persist longer when the solution requires brute force. Vocal communication is another area of notable differences. A survey of over 10,000 dogs by the Barcelona Canine Research Center revealed that males bark 30% more on average than females, especially in territorial situations. Females, however, tend to use more variations of whines and yelps, particularly when caring for puppies or seeking attention from their owners. How do they behave, and what are their differences? Males are masters at marking territory, and it's not just about peeing. They may rub their bodies against trees, furniture, and even you to leave their scent. This behavior is instinctive and linked to testosterone, which makes them more prone to challenging other males and even running after females in heat. Females, while more independent, have a sharper protective instinct. If you've ever seen a female dog caring for puppies, even if they're not hers, you know what we're talking about. They're also more selective with other dogs, avoiding unnecessary conflicts, but can be extremely territorial when threatened. Studies from the University of Vienna show that females learn commands 15% faster than males. This is because they tend to be more focused and less distracted by external stimuli, like smells and other animals. The hunting instinct also differs. Males are more likely to chase moving prey, like balls or small animals, with reaction times up to 0.2 seconds. Faster, according to reaction time tests. Females, on the other hand, are more methodical, preferring ambush strategies and showing greater patience in waiting situations. As they age, behavioral changes also follow different patterns. Senior males tend to become more territorial and less tolerant of other males, while senior females usually become more selective in their social interactions, preferring the company of familiar humans or animals. Training responses vary not just in learning speed, but also in motivation. Males respond better to food rewards, with a 40% higher success rate when treats are used, while females perform better with social reinforcement, praise, and affection. Interestingly, spayed females retain this preference, suggesting the difference isn't just hormonal but rooted in distinct brain structures. Interaction with children also shows significant variations. A 10-year study of dog-owning families found that males are more tolerant of young children, better accepting ear pulls and sudden hugs, while females are more protective of babies and preschoolers, often taking on a nanny role. Adaptation to environmental changes follows different patterns. Females adjust more quickly to new homes or routines, on average 3 days faster than males. But males handle the introduction of new pets into the family environment better. This behavioral plasticity has evolutionary roots. In wolf packs, females needed to adapt quickly to new territories during dispersal, while males developed skills to integrate new members into the group. Spatial memory also varies between sexes. In navigation tests, males perform better in tasks requiring orientation by fixed landmarks, while females excel at memorizing specific routes. This reflects in everyday behavior. Males are more likely to explore new paths during walks, while females prefer familiar routes. Response to verbal commands also differs. Females respond better to high-pitched spoken commands, while males respond better to deep, short tones. Professional trainers often adapt their voice to the dog's sex for better results. In sleep, the differences continue. Adult males sleep 45 minutes less per day on average than females, but reach deep sleep stages faster. Females, however, have more fragmented sleep patterns, especially if unspayed, with greater sensitivity to noises during rest. Toy selection also reveals distinct preferences. Males tend to prefer objects they can shake or tug, like ropes and plush toys, while females show more interest in toys they can carry or hide. This difference is so marked that some specialized companies now develop product lines tailored to each sex. Response to visual stimuli also varies. Males have a 15% faster reaction time to laterally moving objects, like a rolling ball, while females are quicker at detecting subtle changes in static environments, like a moved piece of furniture. In old age, health needs diverge further. Senior males need more exercise to maintain muscle mass, while senior females benefit more from mental stimulation to prevent cognitive decline. Geriatric veterinarians recommend distinct care protocols for each sex, starting at 7 to 8 years of age. Socialization with other dogs also follows different patterns. Males form more rigid and contested hierarchies, while females establish more fluid, cooperative social networks. In dog parks, it's common to see males constantly testing hierarchical positions, while females form small affinity groups. Response to punishment during training also varies significantly. Males tend to react with defiance or increased aggression when physically corrected, while females are more prone to developing fears or anxieties. This is why positive reinforcement methods are especially important for females. In health, the disparities are equally significant. Females spayed before their first heat have a 90% lower risk of developing mammary tumors, but are more prone to thyroid issues. Unneutered males, meanwhile, have a 70% higher chance of developing prostate problems after age 7, but are less susceptible to certain types of skin allergies. Life expectancy also differs. Data from the British Kennel Club shows females live 1.2 years longer on average than males of the same breed. Socialization with humans follows distinct patterns. fMRI research shows that male dogs' brains respond 25% more intensely to their owner's scent, while females show greater neural activation when hearing familiar voices. In practice, this means males are often more physically clingy, following owners around the house, while females form stronger bonds through vocal communication. Thermoregulation is another area of difference. Males tolerate cold better due to a thicker subcutaneous fat layer, while females handle heat better thanks to more efficient paw sweat glands. On hot days, females seek shade 30% more often than males. Response to medications can also vary. Pharmacological studies show females metabolize certain anesthetics and analgesics more slowly, requiring dosage adjustments in veterinary procedures. This difference is especially important in spay-neuter surgeries. Puppy development also follows different trajectories by sex. Males reach sexual maturity later, on average 2 and 3 months after females, but develop motor skills like running and jumping about 10% faster. Females, however, develop complex social behaviors earlier. Playmate selection also follows distinct patterns. Males prefer similarly sized partners for wrestling games, while females choose partners regardless of size for more cooperative play. This difference is evident in dog parks from a young age. Response to changes in feeding routines also differs. Males adapt more quickly to new feeding schedules, while females adjust better to changes in food type. This plasticity has important implications for nutritional management. Who's clingier? Males. They're often needier and more playful, following their owners around and demanding constant attention. Females may be more reserved, but once they bond, they're loyal and protective, often choosing one favorite: person. Fun fact: MRI studies show male dogs' brains react more intensely to their owner's scent, while females respond better to affectionate tones of voice. Myths and truths that will drop your jaw. Females are calmer. Depends on the breed. A female border collie can be much more hyper than a male basset hound. Males are messier. True, partly. Unneutered males tend to be more destructive, especially if they smell a female in heat. Females are harder to train. Total myth. As we've seen, they learn commands faster but can be more stubborn when unmotivated. Males fight more. True. Testosterone increases competitiveness, especially among unneutered males. Here's the secret most owners ignore. Your dog's temperament is only 30% influenced by gender. The other 70% comes from breed, upbringing, and socialization. So, a well-trained male can be as gentle as a female, and an unstimulated female can be as aloof as a dominant male. So, which do you prefer? Male or female? Tell us in the comments. And if you love animals, you won't want to miss our next content. Bet it'll be controversial! Turn on notifications, share with fellow dog lovers, and see you next time!